But I was trying everybody was telling me that Maven had a podcast, and it does it, it gets
Who?
Maven,
Oh,
and it gets like several
Tough
hundred.
Enough, the Tough Enough winner.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
We were in the same locker room for a short period of time, and always got along with him. He was a nice guy.
he seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah, and I remember that he was losing his mother to cancer, and I had already lost my mom, so we had that, kind of thing that was between us. Um, but I watched him, um, because at nighttime I'll put YouTube on my big screen on my smart TV, and I'll watch, like, you know some different workouts that, like, pro bodybuilders are doing, that just for motivation for what I'm when I get up the next day. So I was watching some, and to me, my hardest thing is legs, because my knees are so beat up. So I'm always looking for, some guy that's, has a little bit older, that's working his way around injuries. And I saw, on the bottom, it was Maven, and I said, "Oh, there's that. There's one of his things," and he was gonna show the the layman how to gig.
Has he ever gigged?
I don't know. Obviously, hey, according to this, I watched it. According to this, he has,
Okay.
and so the first thing he says is, I don't. He's got the weirdest accent. It's just like that. It just, and I remembered him talking, but it's just, he has such a weird. I just can't even. It's almost like Chappelle doing a white guy.
Uh,
It's like a weird voice that kind of comes out of him. Maybe it's just because he's country. I don't know.
mm. What is he anyway?
I, I don't know if he's black, white. I don't know. He's.
Yeah. I
Th-
think he's part black and part white.
I don't know. I
His coloring is very similar to like a Savio Vega, but Savio's Puerto Rican and Maven is not, based on that accent you
right.
just did.
No.
So please tell me what Maven said on how to gig. Now this isn't Abby. We're getting the advice from.
No, this is, yeah.
Mind
So
you.
the first thing he says, I'll just kind of thumbnail this. So the first thing he says is, you'll need three things: tape, razor
Razor and
blades,
a head.
and a fucking pair of scissors.
Oh.
And he said that, he says you'll need a straight edge, double edged razor blade. So, like, the old, your dad used. He dropped
Yeah.
in and screwed the fucking gimmick. So I'm thinking, going,
Why the double edge?
like,
Because you're going to cut
you
one
only
of
use
them.
you only use one half of it,
Right.
but it's thinner. It's that it's
I
just
see.
if you used one edge, then you'd have it's a thicker, it's a thicker blade.
Gotcha.
When I broke in the first time I got color, I went over to the people that where the paramedic box was, and I took a disposable scalpel out of the bag,
That'll work.
and I just fucking used the scalpel blade, because as many times as I've been operated on in my life, I've always, I would figure that they would use a scalpel and not a fucking double-edged blade, razor blade. Like like, to me, it's just like, is like I think me and Maven were in the same locker room in maybe 2005 or something like that. I don't know, but it's like, I'm thinking, like, where did you broke it? Where did you break in? Where did you break? Like, Continental, Oregon? Where'd you break at? Like Jesus, I broke in on Tough Enough. Oh,
Where they showed you the finer points of gigging.
yeah, exactly. I'm thinking like,
Now, let me ask you: when you're trained, and not
no,
today,
they don't
but
teach you.
back then, did the
No,
old guys ever talk about gigging?
no. Barry Windham taught me how to gig. Showed me how to gig.
Jody
And
never talked to you.
no,
Wow.
no, no.
So go ahead. So Maven.
He tapes his wrist first. He tapes his wrist like Tom Zink on 23 Somas. I mean, just kind of just, and with that country draw, just you cut you put a hair in the he's going over and to me it's just like you you take the tape and you just whatever you want exposed. That's where you put the tape on. Then you like have like a little tiny, uh, like a tip of a shark's tooth, and that's what you're gonna I taped mine in my normal wrist, and then where would normally put my tape, I would just stop that tape and then put a tab, then peel it back and put my gig there. And I always gave a second gig to the ref.
I remember you telling me that. That's right. In case you lose yours.
Yeah, or see another thing you can do is you can go too long and it dry up and you not get it good enough. But he said stick it and turn it and push like blow down like ugh, and that's what you do. I was taught to fucking I mean I could feel I'll and the number one I have to give him kudos because if he did get color, fucking he was always bald.
Yes.
So when you're bald, man, that's completely different. I always had that long ass hair,
Right.
so I could always, but you can flip and then get the gig as you're getting up from. You take a bump, you're getting the gig as you're getting up. So you got the gig in your hand and you turn, and as you turn, they're swinging a chair. You get the hand up, and as the hand gets up, boom, you can gig, and then
Right.
flat back, and then you just got to, then you just roll to your stomach, and then just push, and then once you see it coming on the mat, and you know you got it, then you turn and then you sit up, and then that way there, once you sit up, then you got the color. And
When I was a kid, I used to watch for this. One of the things I did watching their matches was to see where they got the gig. The camera would usually catch it, sometimes not if they crawled under the apron or something. But Morocco always taped it in his finger, so when he was ready to go, he just like push it up through the tape, like you're saying. The little point will just pop through the tape, and he would just hit it like that.
Hulk used to would Hulk put a blade in his mouth.
Sheiky used to do that too. I asked him about it. I said, "Are you fucking crazy? Of all the places you could put it, you never cut yourself. You never." He looked at me like I was crazy.
But look how they worked.
Razor blade in his mouth.
You got to look how they worked. Like I could have put it in my mouth because I wasn't fucking. But you're sure as fuck not going to put it in your mouth and do fucking moonsaults.
Yeah, I guess, but I do remember Hogan would do the tape too sometimes, right? Though he would do the wrist tape, and he would always deposit it in his trunks. I didn't know that.
What do we got
this
here?
Is Punk caught on camera.
Oh, that was
stabbing himself in the head.
Yeah,
like a crime scene. Now he should just use a pickaxe at that point. The point of the blade is to drag, right? To get a.
Well, to me,
it worked, I guess. So what am I saying?
But it's like. I don't know. I mean, it obviously he got busted.
Yeah, no, it worked. I'm gonna watch.
No, I mean he got
tonight.
busted. We actually have
Oh, caught. He got caught on
Yes, he
camera.
got caught. Yeah. I don't think that's the, if you had the fucking guy, I mean, you might as well have the guy hold your hair out of the way and fucking gig you himself. You know?
Send him a link tonight to the Maven one so he can learn.
Yeah.
Did Maven do it on camera?
No.
Oh.
No, but
Eddie Mansfield did.
Didn't he put like 9 pieces of tape over the top of that? And I was thinking like, wow, man, that's fuck. You went through a whole bunch of shit to fucking get color. It was just like, and the thing is, like, I didn't get color much, but when you get older, you realize, like, man, you get color, you don't have to fucking do shit. All you gotta do is fucking sell, because you're in trouble.
Right.
I'd go to Europe and fucking work some fucking guy over there and just fucking, a bigger guy, just fucking, roll out and fucking roll out. 3 minutes of the match, roll out. I just say, post me. Boop.
How did more guys not get like staph infection stuff? Because the mats are filthy.
I guess because you're good. You're bleeding pretty good. Then I always cleaned it with fucking hydrogen peroxide. I treated it like a wound. I didn't just fucking,
Did you open up the same, like if you had a
Yes.
run against somebody, you would just open up the same one, right?
Well, I would never, but it was, I'd only do it in real specific, places. Like I could probably name the amount of times I did it on a televised or a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
Probably 10 times.
WWE and WCW?
Yeah. Hell in the Cell with Paul, I got color.
Mm-hmm.
I got color with Booker T in a cage when I lost the title to Booker. I think I was Buffalo.
I always thought when the black guys would blade, it was anticlimactic because you couldn't really, like when JYD, he would frequently, not frequently, but I mean, he would sometimes do it in his dog collar matches and stuff, and so I always thought like JYD would wear the white tights. That was a good calling card. I wonder if that was deliberate to get it to show, because sometimes if you're far away, it's tough to see. Just because of the pigmentation,
I just think
tights
I
nice and
think
red.
that goes from
He would gig his con
from guy to guy, because it's almost like in the NBA when you see the black guys that are, everybody's got ink, and there's some there's just some guys that just of course their pigmentation is just a lot darker,
Mm-hmm.
but the majority, the 99% of the guys, it's just their ink looks the same as on a white boy. Just it's like they just have like a tan.
Mm.
They're just so.
Some feedback from last week. I know Official Fingers MC was watching because he says, Sean, mate, since we just got a Cornet Mega Cut over on the KC Vault, any chance of a Nash Mega Cut, please? Corny and Nash are my favorite guests you ever had. Well, and the Dundee shoot, that was insane. They're such different people, but I could listen to them both for hours. Well, we're going to tell you something fun for the Click This TV listeners and some of Kevin's work on the Kayfabe commentary shows. Not today, but I will tell you shortly. We're putting something together for the ClickThisTV.com fans, something exclusive. You can go to ClickThisTV.com and just for $9.99 a month get all of this exclusive footage we're talking about.